So yeah, thinking that it was really, really close, but it wasn't the case.
It's too quiet here. Where are the brothers? Or the abbot's men?
Why am I facing the wrong way? What I want to know. A bloody welcome. So what's going on over here, huh? What be happening here?
Say well
Hi.
met, brother, but I cannot shake off the needle itch of dread. Is something wrong?
I followed the abbot here, kept him in my sight. But the monks, his servants, I have seen nothing of them.
Dead?
I do not think so. But there is no good here in this grave hush.
And where is the abbot now?
In his quarters. Come, and be on your guard.
Okay.
Does this have the stench of betrayal to you?
Why would the godly shepherd ally with
Did
the
just me or did the subtitle say
Cunibert
brother,
is
but
a man who craves
Before didn't
power
actually
and
say that.
position. With Tedman dead, you must find it somewhere else.
There is truth in that. Keep your eyes and blade sharp.
He's gonna turn on us and take us in, and that'll be like his show of favor to be in favor with whoever the next Judo becomes. Slash just Mr. King himself.
Cunibert, your guests have arrived. Come. Supper's ready. The dear abbot sent me a warm invitation, said my friends were eager to meet with me. It's early for supper, I know. But Cunibert's ale goes so well with roasted lamb and cinnamon blueberry peas. I couldn't resist.
Where is my brother?
Is he not here? Mon Dieu, I never told him.
Kill her, and we'll never find Sigurd.
Sit, Ava. Eat. And let me tell you the tale of a man who talks with gods.
You mock me. I've killed for much less.
Of course you have. Isn't that the way of this ugly world? We cull the sheep and thin the flock as we see fit, you and I. Most who walk the earth are little more than talking blood bladders, wasted flesh. But not Sigurd. Sigurd is something else. Sigurd has been touched. He is deified. The gods, they speak through him.
You lured him in with that lie. Your words are bile and blight.
You should have listened, Ava. I tried to tell you. The gods are real and their power is within our grasp. You will never find him. Not till I have had my fill. To old friends. This really is delicious, Cunibert. Is it cloves I taste? Well, that concludes supper. Kill them, and bring their bodies to my sanctum in Canterbury.
They will be upon us soon.
Well,
Maybe
she
there
seems
is
rather
another way
pleasant,
out.
huh? I really feel like the shot of him, you know, collapsing. His face isn't even on the plate anymore like it was a second ago. It should have been, you know, like maybe half a second longer there. It was just very snap, fall over, next camera shot. Rather than like a camera shot of like slow slump, slam down, like a more, I don't know, cinematic approach might be. However you want to describe it. I don't know if that's going to be the best word here, but, okay, well, yeah, we absolutely could have. She just kind of walked past us. So, I mean, oh, wait, if I really want to kill someone, why don't I just do that? Because then I do this, and I just get to kill them. What? It was starting to let me do a thing there. Whoa, hold on. So, like... Dang it. Okay, I screwed it up there. Yeah, she just walked out and then she was like, kill them. It's like... Okay. Okay. There's no way I'd be able to do that on the,
Maybe there is another way out.
What are they called again? The members of the order here. the zealots, those guys. Imagine if I'd be able to use that ability on them. I wonder what the upgrade ability of that is. Because I'm starting to think that maybe it's one of the best ones. If I can just kill someone from that. They just fall asleep in the middle of combat, then I can just assassinate them and not fight them. Thorn of Slumber. Let's see here. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Thorn of Slumber. What is the upgraded version of that? I'm curious. Like, what would an upgrade for that even be? Let's see here. Here's an image of level 2. Upgrade. On impact, arrows expel a cloud of poison, putting anyone nearby to sleep. Huh. And if that's just a free kill for anyone that gets hit. Like, the downside over the kick is that it does use up consumables, my arrows. But, like...
Sigurd is lost to us.
Your god waits in the edge of my axe.
You know? That's just a free kill. It doesn't matter how much health they have, they just die. That is so very strong. Assuming I'm not bad at video games and I can actually land it. That does seem extremely, extremely strong. Especially if I can still, like, chain assassinate. Can I change targets here, please? Okay, please. There. There's, like, this one more guy. Whoa! Your movement's kind of jumpy, isn't it? Speak with Basim. Hi, can we speak?
Fulke let slip that her sanctum is at Canterbury.
She did.
But yeah.
And with no cause.
Yeah,
I'd approach the place
I
with
could have.
caution. It may be a lie.
It may be.
I would
But it's the
suspect.
only lead we have.
Considering he was able to solo all those guys I
Sacrifice
pissed off
is worth the
towards the
trouble.
beginning of the stream.
Sigurd, my brother. Of course it is.
Then come, let us dive into the maw of death. I was never keen on seeing my winter years.
He's just like that.
This will
Oh,
not
I
be
have
for
a horse
nothing,
here
Eivor.
now.
We
Okay.
will find Sigurd.
If I
Not
was
just
playing,
him. I want
like,
Fulke.
if this was another stream of The Last of Us Part 2, and an ally could just deal with it, then I absolutely would. Because I not only die so easily in that, but chances are I am, like, chances are I'm going to be, like, two-shot, like, really quickly.
We are off.
Does he not want to get on here? And chances are I have to use some of my finite bullets that are very, very finite in grounded mode.
This land of
Oh.
summer, mists, and forests.
So the game gives us like 2 horses, one for each of us, except the horse that's for me, it just creates a clone of and sends right at me anyway.
Yet it rounds on us at
This
every
happened multiple
turn,
times this stream.
snarling like a cornered
I
dog.
don't know why this game does
I
this.
begin to despair of ever settling here.
So in that game I have like my limited bullets I don't want to use. So if my allies with infinite bullets can deal with it, then great, I preserve my resources better. But in this game where I don't really have to worry about preserving resources, I may as well just get out
But
there
it is
and
fiercely
clean up.
beautiful beneath the vanity, arrogance,
It'll be
and
faster.
pettiness of men.
Even if I have to reset once or twice,
You could if you wish.
probably still be faster than just sitting around and having him slowly chip away.
The great mosque of Samara.
That's why I figure I may as well go out and fight.
Another man
But if I'm playing
who played the
Last of
Celtic
Us,
game
then I
better
don't.
than credit. He was exiled and died in poverty.
Your faith sours. What of loyalty? Shared stories round the hearth. Warm nights, parties, and the tender love of another.
There are some who are worthy. A scant few that tower above the sullied mass. Men and women of vision and valor.
So the moment that I start a combat encounter, I
There
start
are
going full
some
speed
who
rather
are
than
worthy.
cutscene speed.
A scant few.
Oh,
that
what did you
tower
get cut
above
off
the
by?
sullied mass.
Because you sure
Men
didn't
and
get it
women
cut off by
of
me
vision
punching that
and
guy.
valor.
Sigurd is one such man.
He is. Fulke isn't wrong on that score.
I fear for him, Basim.
Yes,
I
he will.
cannot rest until he
Maybe you will.
Nor will
We
I,
shall see
my
here.
friend.
Yeah, he got rather preoccupied. This time something grabbed his
Practice of
attention.
learning has waned
Maybe he was thinking about
considerably
darting off.
since
Because
the
clearly
days of
me
the
attacking
Romans.
someone doesn't grab his
What
attention.
books they still have. They keep
I can
locked
try
away
again
in their
here.
churches, hidden from the eyes of common folk.
Thralls and churls cannot
I
read.
mean-
What would be the point?
They could
Oh, that cut him off that time. Didn't the first time. Maybe it was meant to cut him off, but the game, like, weirdly delayed it to make him pause, like, much later. Because he paused this time when I went into combat. Weird. I don't get how these games are programmed. What?
now. murdering heathen!
Oh, there was guys waiting in the bush to like... Okay. I guess I can just keep going. I guess I didn't account for that in their ambush.
They could learn. The church could teach them. So much of human history would be open to them.
Also, they had said, like, he's there, get the murdering heathen. What specifically did I do to piss them off? Who did I kill to piss them off?
You've studied these works yourself?
What? 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 There's so many people in bushes trying to kill me. Is it specifically tied to this, quest line? Were we framed for, the death of what's-his-face that we were previously working with? And that's why we're now murderous heathens and there's guys waiting in ambush? The guys on horses are just wandering by, don't seem to care, but there's a bunch of guys waiting for us in ambush.
In my youth, I was
Yeah, murdering heathens, so maybe we were framed.
I spent many hours a day in the House of Wisdom in Baghdad.
A seminary?
A great library full of the greatest learning of mankind. For a boy seeking answers, it holds many riches.
Like a pedal that went up to the camera and then
I was sitting cross-legged,
a few more that went up to the camera and vanished.
By the great astronomer Al-Khwarizmi. With the
Khwarizmi?
swiftness belying his years, the papers were plucked from my
Yeah, he's
grasp
not
by the
mentioning
great
them.
man
It
himself.
just pauses his dialogue and then he
His presence
continues
stole
like
my
nothing
voice.
ever happened.
He was kind and open-hearted.
I don't know, maybe it's just
He
generic
showed me
world.
such scientific
Random
wonders.
potential
What
encounters.
did you learn there?
Calendars and calculations placing the sun, moon, and 5 planets. Equations that crackled and sparkled with divine intelligence. I asked the great man. This place swarms with Fulke's
We're
people.
never gonna have the rest of that
Signals will be
conversation.
guarded. Caution and subtlety
What?
should be our path.
Ready?
Oh,
Follow me.
oh, he's getting on the back there. For one, we're not ever gonna get like that full dialogue. Cause it's not like I could exactly slow down and avoid getting the cutscene trigger because he's just gonna go on ahead and like get there anyway. So we're never gonna get that. And two, I see now that he just wants to ride on my horse with me. I thought he got off his horse to make me think that like we both have to get off here, only to like hijack my horse and then he was gonna ride off. Wait, what? Ubisoft games. I don't know, man. I thought he was gonna go back onto his horse there. Is what I thought he was gonna do.
This is a trap.
Must be careful now.
Why would Fulke give us her sanctum?
She baits us. Cocksure and arrogant.
I
But she cannot
This is
see
just
failure
Ubisoft
in her
games.
path.
Her fearful wit would say otherwise.
Well, this way I go. So I'm specifically going to... What's to stop me from just... No. I don't know if that's because I'm in a restricted area. Like, would this have been a restricted area when I got the viewpoint in the first place? So I don't know if I could dip out of the restricted area and then fast travel in, or if it would be fast travel unavailable just while... Like, because fast travel is unavailable in general. Or fast travel is unavailable because this is a current story thing. It'll be funny to dip out and fast travel in, but considering like the whole infiltration for story reasons here, I wouldn't be surprised if the game just said like, nah, you can't fast travel to this point right now. That'd be cheating there. Play Bethesda games? I have played a few before. I've 100%, well, in a manner of speaking, at least done like going through all the content of Fallout New Vegas across a few playthroughs. Played a decent bit of Fallout 4, but I got kind of bored. Didn't finish that one. Wanted to play Fallout 3, but never quite worked on my computer at the time. Played about 10 hours of Skyrim. I would like to play the Oblivion Remaster one of these
Whatever
days.
we find there, keep your head.
You chastise me like a child, Basim.
But I do...
guard you like a
What?
father.
What?
Nothing is served with your full hand.
But I do definitely know the feel of Bethesda games. I do definitely know. I'm gonna Skyrim in the next stream. We call it AC Valhalla Stream 11. I technically did stream Skyrim a whole one time. Many moons ago.
So we are to blunder in like an ox?
No, but that guy just had spidey senses and just made a mad dash right over to our direct location. So I don't know what you want me to do about that. No one will tell the difference. Yeah, they're basically the same game. That's not the one I wanted. Okay. Okay, well, force open.
Give me a hand
Yeah.
over here.
That is true.
If she's still here, I will burn this Christ house to the ground.
Maybe she's gonna be the true final boss of this plot line. That's why the last one was so easy. How about this? I do that. Well, I couldn't chain assassinate there. Stop me from just, like, doing this. You know how it be. It's so strong! Like, what are they gonna do? May as well use these guys to build up adrenaline at this point. Oh, never mind. I changed my mind. Like, that just gives me an assassination out of any opportunity. I can just kill whoever. I presume it won't work on bosses. But, yeah, that is incredibly strong. I would rather get adrenaline back off of you. Like, look how long they take otherwise. Health wasn't gonna restore otherwise there. They take, like, forever. And they can shred me in that time so easily if I make a time mistake. Why don't I just put them to sleep all the time? Oh, I thought that was an interactable thing that I missed there. Okay, so, like... I don't know. This way seems like a way to go. Yeah, this looks important.
This must be the way
Whee!
to Focus Sanctum.
Yeah, both bad, both buggy, both crash. Ubisoft games and Bethesda games. Like, look, this guy would be super tough. Or if I can line up a shot. I can't see shit with his Twilight Princess lighting. Look. Oh, unless he does that. Well, if you want to do that, then you can just deal with him yourself. But not quite as strong when I have an ally that's gonna hit and immediately wake them up.
It's riddled with the stench
So, I
of
mean, both are
Help me, Basim.
medieval?
secret is within.
Depends on how you classify that, I guess. Okay. Well. Okay, come on. Oh, yeah, stab him in the dick. And then probably the ass back there, knowing what that one animation that he did likely was. So, find the key to unlock the door. Was it? Oh, it was on the guy, and I didn't loot him. What's this? Yoink. I'll take that. I got a single piece of fabric. Stop fat shaming me. I want to get by. When would you not consider medieval? I just, whoops. I gotta loot him. I don't know that I would necessarily call something that's in like a fancy setting medieval. It'd be more like fantasy kind of fantasy medieval or something like that. Where, like, I've in some of my video game classes before, for example, when we talk about like depictions in video games, we've talked before about how people will say things like, oh, in The Witcher, why is it showing like depictions of, say, gay characters? There weren't gay people in like the medieval period. But for one, that's untrue. And two, like, it's not really the medieval period. This is an extreme like fantasy setting with like all these dragons and magics and stuff like that. And it holds very true with like the Bethesda setting as well. So I feel like when it's said medieval, that comes with like a connotation of like real history in a sense, you know. I mean, like, AC does have like fantasy as well, but in the sense that it takes real history and makes like a fictional story out of it, as opposed to like, it's a fictional story that takes place in our world and has some fictional mechanics, but it's not like it's on like a whole different planet, a whole different universe, like, you know, some of these other games would be, like Skyrim or Oblivion. You know, you look at something like Fallout, and it's like, okay, that is set within our world in, like, a parallel future. Or, like, parallel history. Maybe it's set today. I forget, because I think it was, like, stuff went to shit in, like, the Cold War, so maybe it is, like, today in terms of real life period. But you know what I'm saying. Where it's, like, there's a difference between, like, actually based on our world and complete fantasy setting. And I feel like saying medieval comes with the connotation that it is based off, like, our world first and foremost. And in terms of AC, I would say that there would be like specific games that would have a medieval setting, but that a lot do not.
You will play into our hands.
Like look at like the second game, for example, a Renaissance setting stuff. But that is still very much like, you know, a setting in our real world as opposed to something completely made up.
By Odin.
Full case journal is all I'm saying.
She wove.
I haven't even read it yet.
Every drop of his blood she spilled, I will take a meat horn more.
I throw myself at the strange language that Emperor Louis bade me decipher, yet all my knowledge of the Ancient Ones and their artifacts falls short of shedding even the thinnest ray of light upon this beautiful script. I assume that's Louis, tells me that these words come from an etching seen and transcribed by a young Palatinus in the days of Charles Magnus' oversight. Charles Magnus? I don't know. Ages? But Louis does not know where in the world the original inscription was discovered. On a temple? A tomb? A slab of rock? Possible to say. Again and again, I consult the keystone in my possession, searching for correlations between it and the words copied from the etching, yet nothing obtains. It should not be a surprise. Keystone itself is a mere fragment, brought, I am told, from Norway by the invader Ragnar Lothbrok. For that reason, I call it the Saga Stone. Did he know the true value of the object he carried? Fortuitous discovery. I've come into the possession of a man bearing the mark of the Ancient Ones upon his neck. I tremble at what this could mean. Would he be an Ancient One reborn, or a child of such a one, designed to make his appearance after so many centuries? I've heard stories of one called Aita reborn. This man does not have the telltale eyes. I'll do all I can to probe this man for hidden mysteries. With luck, the language of the Ancient Ones will open to me. But yeah, if I'm thinking about something like Elder Scrolls, like Oblivion or Skyrim, I don't think I would describe it as medieval setting. I think I would describe it as fantasy setting. Same with things like Witcher. I wouldn't describe that as medieval, I would describe that as fantasy.
Details on the order of the ancients. Fulke ranks high among them, but is not the head.
Liber antique deorum. Let our wretched origins be known. We are the instruments of the ancient gods. We are the refuse of an ancient world. Yet we are the hope of it for an era reborn. Let our great task be stated. We are the shepherds of our Creator's will. We are the curators of our Creator's tools. We are the new masters of the world they made. Let our loyalties be clear. The Father of understanding guides us. The Mother of wisdom inspires us. The sacred voice fills our hearts with boldness. Let it be known. We men and women of the order of the ancients are the natural arbiters of the world. Let all those who oppose us perish in pain. We are everywhere, and we are eternal. In the name of Mithras, the last warrior, go forth and dominate. Reclaim the world that is ours by will. AKA ye old Templars in Assassin's Creed history. But yeah. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't consider them historical medieval either. I would just consider them fantasy. Strange writing. Saga Stone inscription is read by Sigurd. That.
What does it mean, these word tangles that speak of elves and demons?
What's it saying about him?
The plans to the great fortress in Wessex. Is there something here we can use?
There's a guy over there. The great fortress in Wessex? I thought that was what we just breached to, like, kidnap the one guy. Am I losing my mind by just, like, not paying attention? Something here? What's going on with the wall textures?
Sigurd.
Oh, cutscene time. Higher quality cutscene time. Is it stuff that actually connects to the overall story? Unlike most of the stuff I do. Actually have a higher quality cutscene again. Tap B to make that go away.
Tell me that you found something. Anything we can use.
I may have. A fortress in Sussex. The Order trained soldiers there.
We must be sure. Sigurd is running out of time.